Pappy. You got those pills too? Roger. Hey. So you're here about the Mausoleum and Pepper's ghost? Yep. Some people seem to like it, so I'm going to show you how I did it. Not how you build it, but some tips and tricks, because 100 people have made these online and they're better than me. This is the first time I've made anything with foam or a Pepper's ghost, so it could have been done better. I'm sure it could, buddy. But here's mine. So this is 1-inch styrofoam insulated sheeting, and the brick, I just did it with a router, just freehand lines in, and this is fire brick red acrylic house paint, and this is just a stone paint. It's just Home Depot. Just go find your gray. So, what also I've never used before is a paint sprayer. Harbor Lights or Harbor Freight, $16. Great. Keep it clean. It's great. It works great. Did one layer of paint, then I threw some sand and grout mix on it to give it a nice rock texture. Use high tooth blade saw. I think it's like a 110 teeth. Shit if I know. Shit. And then just, little additions like moss, the rats, the appliques case, whatever, those things. They were like $2 on Amazon. Right. When I glued the pieces together, I used this stuff. If you can see, it's pulling out, and they didn't bond. So I suggest foam board glue. That worked much better. And another tip I learned from a builder is when you have two pieces of foam you're putting together, just take a long nail, and when you stick it in at an angle, and they don't come apart. Okay, that's the Mausoleum. We have added additions. This was a solar light, and I gutted it. I frosted the glass, and then I wired in a socket to put in some flicker bulbs. My skull up here is just, I had an extra deer motor. I put that son of a bitch on there. It looks cool. I put a little spinny light on the skull. Also made it look cool. All right. Pepper's ghost, the coolest. Okay, only thing you need to do a Pepper's ghost is a subject. Ours is a skeleton. You need a light source. You need 2 light sources, really, and then a piece of plastic in the middle. And for me, the reason I haven't done it ever is because a piece of plexiglass as big as I need is $290. I'm not spending that. So I've tried mock-ups with saran wrap and shower curtains, and it has to be completely flat. So I was like, cheap plastic. So the first thing I used was I took 2 poster frames, and I took the frames out and I put them in a 3-sided frame because they're so short. It would stop in the middle of that chair, and if I had a 4th frame, it would block it. So I was like, oh, I'm so smart. I put 2 pieces of plexiglass together, and then but they crack. And it was good enough until somebody left a really cool comment that said, use window insulation film kit. I was like, what the fuck? Change the game. $7. I got to make this huge frame. It's about 4 feet by, 6.5 feet. And all you do is put the plastic on it, and then you hit it with a hairdryer heat gun, and it's perfectly clear, no wrinkles. So for a Pepper's ghost, you put, a piece of plexiglass or plastic 45-degree angle, and I have it hanging from some paracord up top, and it has 4 carabiners holding it in. And then my subject is over here in the corner, and I hit him with fluorescent green. So he is black light sensitive. I have a black light on his top part and a 40-watt black light on his bottom. And so I get his legs and torso, and I had a chair laying around. Use what you have, okay? So I have this shitty little chair. So I was like, I'll put him in there, and then getting him to the right position was just hanging him from a hook and lowering and tightening the rope that he's hanging from. And then right now I'll probably shoot you to the night scene. Okay.